Do you remember the 1990s gross up close up? Now let's do that to SpongeBob. And now let's get to it.
You ever just wake up one day and think to yourself, man, I really want to waste over half a pack of Sculpey Ultralight on a sponge with borderline human anatomy. And then I thought to myself, sure, why not? Let's take that X-Acto knife and carve in a recess for Mr. Bob's mouth, being sure not to go all the way through, only about halfway, just to have somewhere to put all that clay. It's looking pretty alright at this point. And we're going to shove some armature wire or some popsicle sticks for his legs, because at this point he kind of looks like a bottom and topless ice cream sandwich. Now I went ahead and baked it, and we're taking some dark red clay for the inside of his mouth right here and using the ball stylus to add in some of those details. And then using another little wormy dealy right here for his gums. Off camera, I did use some Sculpey Primo Translucent to make his teeth, and we're shoving those nice little chompers right there using some Bacon Bond to help that adhere a little bit better. And with a lighter shade of red, we made this little brain right here that I'm going to stick in with some Bacon Bond for his tongue. And just fixing those teeth while we're at it. And once that's all set in place, we're going to use some Super Sculpey Original and cover the entire surface of the sponge. Using these glass cabochon eyeballs that you can get off Amazon for super cheap, and you get a ton of them in a variety of colors, and they work great for really weird projects like this because those eyes just kind of glare into your soul a little bit. And using this little worm of clay and shoving it on there for his nose, and using a variety of sizes of ball styluses to push in for his nostrils. Go ahead and roll you out a nice long worm of clay, and we're going to establish that big old thick boy's bottom lip. And do the exact same thing, but a little bit smaller for his upper lip. And then taking some really weird blobs of clay, and we're just going to sit them there for his cheeks. And just take some cone rubber shapers and just put in all those little marks in for those added details to his lips. I did this to both the bottom and top lip. Then add in some nether worms of clay. We're going to establish his eyebrows as well, and just bulking them up a little bit just to give him a little bit of a facial expression. And then taking a random assortment of ball styluses, just go ahead and push in all those recesses for that little spongy look of SpongeBob's body. Then taking another ball stylus and just adding a whole bunch of more little details. Now I went ahead and pre-baked SpongeBob's body to lock in all those details that we just did, and using a flattened sheet of clay to cover the rest of the armature for his clothing, and using this cone rubber shaper to add in the wrinkles for his t-shirt. And then going in with another flattened piece of clay to separate the shirt from the pants, blending that bottom edge in, and another flattened piece of clay for his belt. And using these rectangle bits to make some belt loops. And just going to do that all the way around his body. And adding his little tie. Go ahead and take a worm of clay and just slit it right down the middle, but only about halfway through, and you can just slide it onto the armature wire for his legs. And a flattened piece of clay we're going to blend into the body to create his shorts. Looks like we already made the socks there off camera, and just using some balls of clay to create his shoes. And looks like we didn't have any footage for the arms or the hands, and we're just going to slide them into place and pretend like we know what we are doing. What's up there, my guy? And just like that, SpongeBob is looking pretty decent. Ayy.
A few moments later.
Hold up. Wait a minute. Something ain't right. You done messed up, Aaron!
You ever accidentally deleted your files?
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine.
I did. Let's roll on to the glamour shots.